There is a secret item shop with people paying thousands of dollars to get some of the rarest Fortnite skins. I mean, you can go on and buy the Psycho Bandit for $1,000. You can go and buy the Dark Vortex for over $3,000. And there are even people selling their accounts with rare skins like the Black Knight, Travis Scott, and much more for over $10,000. So I thought today we would have a look at not only some of the most expensive and exclusive skins, but also some of the rarest skins in Fortnite and explain why Fortnite's item shop is rigged. I mean, we have to start off with one of the most expensive skins that Fortnite has ever introduced, and this is the Galaxy. This was a $1,000 skin that Fortnite introduced as part of a collab with Samsung. Now, we have had a lot of other Samsung collabs since then. They have seemed to slow down over the last few years though, and the Galaxy skin is still one of the most expensive skins Fortnite has ever introduced. You did get some other items in this bundle as well, but it was pretty much unavailable for 99.9% of everyone playing Fortnite just because of how expensive this was. And I feel like this is also one of the main reasons why the black market for skins actually became so popular in the first place. We also saw the iconic skin being added a few seasons later, and this was again a collab with Samsung that also created the exact same problems. This is really one of the last phone skins that we saw being added to the game just because of how expensive and exclusive these are. Fortnite have definitely taken a step back from these, but there is no doubt this is still one of the most expensive and exclusive skins we're ever going to see in Fortnite. I mean, it is so hard to find footage of people actually using this because hardly anyone has ever owned this skin, which is just so crazy to think about. So if you are looking for a cheaper skin in Fortnite, then the Black Knight would have to be one of the best. Now, it is still one of the most exclusive and rare skins that we have ever seen in Fortnite, just because this was added back during Chapter 1 Season 2 before a lot of people really wanted to spend money on the game. I mean, it wasn't like this was a hugely popular game back then. It was still pretty unknown, and obviously not that many people wanted to spend money on a game that wasn't going to end up being that popular, which is what everyone thought Fortnite would end up being. But now it is one of the most popular games ever, so buying the Black Knight seems like a no-brainer, but obviously back then no one really wanted to spend money. I feel like this point is really only exaggerated with our next skin as well, which is the Renegade Raider. I mean, Fortnite introduced this even earlier than the Black Knight during Chapter 1 Season 1. You could actually get this in the seasonal shop back during that season, which was pretty much the Battle Pass before we had a Battle Pass. You could only buy this after you'd leveled up a certain amount of times. You would then unlock the ability to buy this skin, and of course no one was really buying skins back then because it was a free game. So some of the rarest skins in Fortnite were introduced during this seasonal shop. Now this has now changed because Fortnite introduced this in Chapter 6, but again they did add in some other rare styles of this, so if you were playing Fortnite back then and you had this Renegade Raider skin, you now own an even more rare and exclusive skin, which is the black and gold edit style. I guess we may as well talk about the Aerial Assault Trooper for this as well. This is again the exact same. It was another skin introduced during this item shop, or I guess this seasonal shop back then, and is still extremely rare in Fortnite today. But again, they did reintroduce this back to the game, and it does now have that exclusive edit style as well. This wasn't the only set of rare skins that were introduced during Chapter 1 Season 1 though, because we also had some of the first seasonal skins added to the game around Fortnite Mares or Halloween, and this introduced the Pink Ghoul Trooper to Fortnite. Obviously, we had the Ghoul Trooper skin added to the game, but after Fortnite decided to reintroduce this to the item shop, we had the Pink Ghoul Trooper added back. This was an exclusive rare edit style which led people to selling their accounts for thousands and thousands of dollars if you owned this skin. The same exact thing happened with the Skull Trooper as well, and after Fortnite reintroduced this to the game, we saw a purple Skull Trooper edit style being added, which in my opinion is one of the coolest edit styles we are ever going to see. I would love to be able to own this today, but it seems like that is never going to be added back, at least with the purple edit style. But luckily, one of the first rare skins that I do actually have in my account is the Reaper skin. Now this was added to the game during Chapter 1 Season 3. It seems like this was one of the first really popular battle passes that we did actually have, with so many people buying this. But again, because this came out like 7 years ago, it is just considered to be one of the rarest skins in the game today because of how rare, and I guess how many people have stopped playing that would actually own this skin. I don't remember the last time I saw anyone using this, so if you guys do own this, then make sure to let me know in the comments down below. There are some other really rare skins added during Chapter 1 though, so before we move on, we may as well talk about the Havoc skin as well. This was also introduced during Chapter 1 Season 3. You could actually get this for free just by connecting your Fortnite account to your Twitch account, and then you just had to watch some live streams and you would get this skin for free. I feel like that was a really cool promotion. We haven't really seen anything like this since then though, which is kind of surprising since this was one of the first ever collabs that we had in Fortnite. I really do think they would have done something similar to this, but we just haven't seen it. As we move on though towards the end of Chapter 1, we actually had some of the rarest collab skins added to the game, like the Psycho Bandit. This was added to the game right at the end of the season. It is definitely one of the coolest collab skins in Fortnite, and when we had another Borderlands movie released, I feel like a lot of people finally expected this to come back to the game, but that never ended up happening. That was really disappointing. I was waiting for this to be added back, but we never saw it. We did also have another really rare collab skin added to the game during Chapter 1, and this was the Demogorgon. Now, this is actually a really interesting skin because it was one of the more creative skins that we had seen, and it was a collab with Stranger Things. But again, collabs hadn't really been that popularized before this, and we didn't see this featuring in the store anytime after Chapter 1 or even after Season 1 of Stranger Things. So it was definitely a really rare skin. We hadn't seen it during Chapter 2, Chapter 3, or even Chapter 4, and it seemed like it took Fortnite a really long time to actually add this back. And even now, with a few seasons of Stranger Things actually being released, we still don't really have any more collab items from this franchise, which is really surprising. As we move forward though to Chapter 2, guys, we need to talk about Travis Scott. This is one of the most wanted skins in the history of Fortnite, and so many people are waiting for this to return to the store. It is one of the only icon skins that hasn't been added back since Chapter 2, or even since it was first introduced, but hopefully that does eventually change soon. I feel like Chapter 2 was really when Fortnite expanded their collab skins and collab items, and that also leads us perfectly into Kratos and of course the Leviathan axe. Now, this is one of the rarest pickaxes in the game. A lot of these rare skins do come with rare pickaxes as well, but this is just a little bit different because of how iconic this pickaxe actually is. This again hasn't been seen in the store since Chapter 2 Season 5, but it does seem like we could eventually see this over the next few seasons, with more God of War games coming out, and even a God of War movie potentially coming out soon as well, which would be really exciting to see. Now, this is where the list is going to get really interesting, because some of these might not be that expensive or exclusive, but they are just some of the rarest skins that no one seems to use, and one of them is Galaxia. This was the first ever Fortnite Crew skin that we had added to the game. No one really knew what to think of the Fortnite Crew series because it was a brand new concept that has been added to Fortnite, and I feel like a lot of people just preferred to buy battle passes instead. In this though, you end up paying $10 a month, and you do actually get access to 1,000 V-Bucks, you get the battle pass for free, and of course some other skins as well, which is something that a lot of people loved, but I feel like Galaxia has dropped off so much just because it was one of those most unknown skins. And obviously if you do want the opportunity to buy this skin again, chances are that isn't going to happen because this was last seen during the very first Fortnite Crew bundle all the way back during Chapter 2. We did also have Wildcat added to the game around the same time, and this was a collab skin with Nintendo Switch. You actually had to go out and buy a Nintendo Switch console in order to get this, which did set you back around $400, making it one of the most expensive skins and I guess bundles that has ever been introduced to Fortnite, which is another reason why this is just so rare today. This, I guess, could be the end of expensive collabs in Fortnite. We haven't really seen too many other expensive collabs added since Wildcat, but it does always seem like they could add more in the future if new consoles do get released soon, or even new Nintendo Switch consoles as well. But I feel like we did have the Indigo Kuno skin added soon after this, and that was a really cool collab where you basically had to win a tournament on PlayStation in order to get this. It is so hard to get footage of this skin because of how rare it actually is, but I really like this skin. I feel like it is one of the coolest designs that we have seen, even though it is just a reskin of Kuno, which is even cooler. Still though, if you guys have been using this, you will know exactly how good it is, and of course how rare it is as well. But some other really rare collabs in Fortnite have to include the Unchained Ramirez and the rest of the Balenciaga skins. Now this was introduced during Chapter 2, which is just known as the collab season and collab chapter in Fortnite. We had so many collabs that people were going crazy for them, and I feel like they just started collaborating with brands that no one really expected. I guess it was sort of overwhelming as well because there were so many items being added to the game every single single day that a lot of people would have overlooked this and probably didn't even realize skins like the Game Night have even been added to Fortnite. And again, it doesn't seem like these are ever going to return to the store either, just making them even rarer. We could always see the Polo Prodigy returning soon though, and this is just a reskin of the Renegade Raider, but with a collab on the Ralph Lauren franchise. Now again, this could return soon. I feel like it is more likely for this to return than something like the Unchained Ramirez, but we are going to have to wait and see whether that does eventually come to the game. With rumors of Fortnite's next season being entirely Star Wars themed, I feel like the Coruscant Guard is actually one of the rarest skins from the Star Wars franchise. I mean, if you are going to buy a Star Wars skin, I feel like the Coruscant Guard would probably be one of the last ones you would actually think about buying. I mean, no one even really knows this exists. This probably isn't too many people's favorite character from the Star Wars franchise as well, and in my opinion, that just leads this to be one of the most exclusive skins in the game, and of course, very rare as well. Now, by no means am I saying this is one of the best skins Fortnite has ever introduced. I do just think this is extremely rare today, and I am actually pretty lucky that I feel like I do own this when not that many other people have been using it. Now, there are so many other skins we could have included in this video, so before we talk about the last item, I want you guys to go down and let me know in the comments down below what is your favorite exclusive item. But that takes us perfectly into one of the other collabs that Fortnite has done, and this is for the Rainbow Racer. Now, this is just a really rare and exclusive skin in Fortnite because you had to complete some refer a friend challenges in order to get this. We haven't seen too many other skins like this before. Obviously, the refer a friend challenges can be quite tricky to unlock because they are only available for a few weeks at a time, and then they never feature in the game again. The Rainbow Racer, I feel like, was particularly tricky because we had so many other items added to the game when this was available that no one ended up actually owning this. So if you do own this skin, not only do you own one of the coolest design skins Fortnite has ever done, but I feel like you also own one of the most exclusive skins in the game that people just don't end up using anymore. But there you guys go. That is my list for some of the most exclusive and expensive Fortnite skins. And of course, we just had to talk about the black market that has started to show up with Fortnite skins. But there you guys go. I hope you did enjoy this video, and I'll see you all next time.